Aussie.
Hey, new week of live streams. It's Tuesday, and I'm getting ready. That's what I was looking for. Forgot where I put this for my GoPro. Because as usual, while I wait for folks to show up, if anyone's showing up tonight, I'm gonna make a cocktail video. All right. Got my cameras ready. I'm gonna go and set up to make this video. Okay, so this we want to put here. That we want there. This we want back here. Okay. Let's get this. Right. And the light. Blinded by light. Get one of that. Should be like that. Let's get this ready. Put that right there. Okay. So I think we're ready to go. How's that? Into there. That looks good. Let's just get these ready. Right. I should have had this ready, and I don't. Where are we? We're doing Cocoa Granny. Okay, there's lots of everything. And who's this? An ounce of this. And that is ice in there. Oh, goodness me. Still no one in the chat, so that's good. I'll just give you one. And we start round 2 with disturring. Ooh, okay. Pretty good. Put that there. Make sure that's lined up properly. Yes. So twist again. I like we did last summer. Let's twist again. Like I didn't do in Moscow because I've never been there. I'm an English person. Yeah, that's that one down. All right. Move for the light. Yeah. Turn up the peaks now. Okay, I should take a picture before I forget. Book. Always forgetting. Who's that? Megalich. Hello. Just remembered in time to take the photo. Alrighty, that's done. Back to my other side. And this back to here. We bounce it back off the roof, which is nice and white. And hello, honey. How you chaps doing? It's been going for a minute and I haven't done anything. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a Negroni variation called a Cocoa Groni. It actually has fewer ingredients than a traditional Negroni, and the gin has been swapped out for a coconut rum. You could use the coconut rum or coconut rum liqueur of your choice. This one I actually made myself, a white rum that I fat washed with some coconut oil, and it came out really nice. Just a nice mouthfeel in there and a rich coconut taste in it. And again, here's one for the regulars. You know I'm not going to be using Campari. Campari is the traditional bitter red aperitivo that goes in a Negroni. It's simply too bitter for me, even in small amounts. And it's not in small amounts in this. The aperitivo bit is 30 mils. I'm using this local one. This is actually made by a distillery that does rye whiskey. They've done what they call just a fresh orange Amaro. And I think it actually has their rye base, but it's like 23% ABV, so it's not that strong. And for the sweet vermouth part, this is an Australian sweet vermouth from South Australia, Unico's Yuzu Vermouth. It's very red. It makes for a super red drink when you use it. It certainly presents well, that great red color from the vermouth in particular. And I'm using my sexy clear ice. And I always like to self-promo when I do that. I have the easiest and most cost-effective and space-saving way for doing that. If you've not seen my video of doing that, it'll be at the end of this. There'll be a link to see it. It's easy and gets great results. Makes your drinks look sexy. But how does it taste? It tastes pretty good. So this one's probably slightly more bitter than Aperol, but nowhere near as bitter as Campari. But of course, use something that is to your tastes. This is to my tastes, and here's how I made it. In a mixing glass, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of coconut rum. Then add 1 ounce or 30 mils of Then add 1 ounce or 30 mils of bittersweet red aperitivo. And finally, 1 ounce or 30 mils of sweet vermouth. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice, ideally. And for garnishes, I'm using a twist of orange peel and a maraschino cherry on a skewer. Which gives us the Cocoa Groni, which is a nice twist on a traditional Negroni. If you like mixing things up, I think this is a good one to try out, particularly if you do like Negronis. And if you're like me, Campari is too much, use something milder, whether that's a well-known drink like Aperol, or maybe something from a local producer like I have. But find something that works for you and give it a go. And try the Cocoa Groni. Let me know how it goes. And please do come back again sometime real soon. Love to see you back. Until I do see you, I will say cheers. And okay, so that's the first one. Now I'm going to sit down. Doing not too bad. That's what I like to hear. Okay, well, put that on. We got to stop that. Turn that off. Stop this. Come on, turn off your fucker. Fuck off. Honestly, what's it doing to me? Move it out of the way. Ah. And bring this in here. And City Dune. Hey, Justin and Strictly Sega. How are you all going? I'm being cheeky. I want to make this sweeter. I'll put a bit of the cherry syrup in. Just a little bit, because it's very sweet. See if that makes a difference. Stir, stir, stir. Stir in my drink. Ah, Strictly Sega. Elegant Aussie. Okay. Guess what did actually arrive in the mail? And I got it yesterday, and I haven't opened it. And I was super self-controlled to not open it, I think. But now is the time to open it. My Picard. Do I worry about my weight? Yes, on a number of levels. But I'm also super lazy. You know, my worst weight I got to in COVID was 10 kilos worse than me. Ooh, discs. Holy shiz. Oh my God. This is so cool. Strictly Sega sent me burnt onto discs my vinyl mixes. And this was vinyl volume 2, MP3 normal CD, double one. Oh my God, I can play these in my car. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so cool. I didn't know what you were sending me because you said you were sending me something. The cats and the motif. Oh my God, that's so cool. Thank you for that. Okie dokie. Wow, what a start to the night. That was pretty cool. Oh, yeah, that's actually better. That's more to my taste. A little bit of cherry syrup in there. I know. How cool are the burn CDs? I friggin' love it, man. I friggin' love it. Can play them in my car when I'm driving around. Relive the old days. Oh, now I just want to go on a long fucking drive. I just want to go on a long drive and play these discs. Oh my god. I'm hyped for this, honestly. Oh, that's so cool. I've just got to think of where I want to go for a long drive and listen to those discs now. Didn't have any long drives planned. So is that, you see it's coming back to you as you went? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, volume 2 has the track listing. Okay. Have a look. Oh, on the back. Okay, yes, okay. Oh, that's so cool. Oh god, there's such good tracks on here. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so into that. Dr. Abel had a shit day. Ah. Oh, waiting room awaiting a tetanus shot. Not great. Does that mean you got cut or stabbed by something? It's the last time I had to have a tetanus shot. Did I tread on a nail? Or was it when I got hit in the head with a discus? Not a huge fan of I'm not a huge fan of the tetanus shot, but I'm not a huge fan of the things that cause it. Oh, okay. Sorry. I get what you're saying. Oh, wow. Big fold out, all the track listings. Neat. Got bitten by a cat. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, I think the last times I had to get tetanus shots was like literally treading on a nail and way back getting hit in the head with a discus. You and your brother have terrible luck with rusty nails. Oof. I've done it a couple of times in my life, and oh damn! Oh, and your fingers got swollen with the infection. That's nasty. Dirty cat mouth. Dang, that's rough. Ugh. All right, but I'm grooving on having those discs and this drink, and I added a little bit of the cherry syrup to it. There's much more to my taste. And I almost used up my homemade coconut rum. And I've come up with well, I haven't come up with. I saw a thing that inspired me uh, for the next fat washed coconut rum. I do. Oh no, it's a clarinet playing finger. All of them, all the fingers are clarinet playing fingers. Okay, well we've got to save the clarinet playing finger then. Oof. You bring up that old Jane Campion film, The Piano. Yeah, infections will do that. Whole hand sore because of a cat bite on a finger. That sucks. Not good at all. Dang you, cat. Oh, well, here's hoping for a quick recovery because I can imagine that's just super annoying. Holy shit, Project Red. A friend who lost 6 fingers, got him stitched back on, still plays the trumpet. Microsurgery's incredible. Like when I was a kid, that was breakthrough stuff. That was almost science fiction. The advent of microsurgery, where you could actually stitch back on severed digits and they would work. Now it's standard medical procedure. But I remember when it was like wild and crazy magic stuff. Just trying to feed the cat a life-saving medication. Yeah, cats are ungrateful motherfuckers. Shuki Sega watched the Super Bowl. I actually had it on at work. We have this big TV in the lunchroom, and I normally put it on like ABC 24-hour news. I was like, fuck it, I'm putting the Super Bowl on today. It seemed very close. Oh yeah, let's shit talk trumpet players. Why not? You've watched it, yeah? From what I saw, it was very close. The first half you were just trying to figure out the rules. That's cool. Hello, Hannah. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Hope your lungs are improving. I think you scared the ever-loving shit out of Boss. At least can confirm he's a decent guy. Oh, okay. God, you have the best stories, Hannah, honestly. Justin had an infected finger. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, a plant. Because there's all sorts of shit on plants. You get stabbed by a plant, you can easily end up with an infection. Fucking nature. What's that all about? It's just up to no good, is what I'm saying. Oh, so Safa asked about the Tay seats. You're saying they were shitty restricted view seats. Okay. And yes, Hannah, as I was saying, you don't want to reason with the cat. You're trying to give the cat life-saving medication. Cats don't give a shit. They're such bastards. Oh. All right. Well, like gangs, well, there's probably a few more people that might show up as well. Nice to see you all. You remember that? Okay, you have to be pretty old. There was an ABC gardening presenter in the 70s, and he whistled. Like I have to force it. And whistled. But every time he made an S sound, it was. And I think that's an underbite that does that. Oh God! Thanks for the random, Justin. Ear pimples, the worst. So, Hannah, you called work having a panic attack, letting him they wouldn't be in. He's concerned, asked you to need him to call anything. Well, A, I'm sad you were having a panic attack and had to call off work. B, I am glad that your boss turns out to be a decent person. So you're going to watch the Eras tour on the night of the concerts, look at MCG from the apartment. Oh yeah, that's kind of fun. Oh, sorry, I just saw you do it. You saw Paul McCartney at Fenway Park with a restricted view, but you still liked it. I missed that. You're saying who were you winding up in? No, that's cool. Love sharing. You said you'd be fine. 15 minutes later, you call from a mum saying, boss contacted her of next of kin because he was worried. Wow, that is actually pretty good. You said you're okay, but he still did a next of kin. That is actually pretty good. Kudos to your boss. So, I was going to make a short video too, just keeping up the averages. A meat hook. Peated whiskey. Okay. All right. A bit more of this. Okay. Then I might quickly make this one the meat hook. Not a completely appealing name for a cocktail, is it? The meat hook. I've heard less appealing names, but it's not good. Oh, that was a fun bit of trivia. Frydenberg was being pushed to challenge Morrison. I think it was wise to stay out of it. So yeah, Hannah, your boss, you got to hand it to him. Pretty good. Tons of snacks and food in the break room, so no one goes hungry. Nice. Oh, he provides tons of snacks. Oh my God. Your boss sounds like a genuinely good person. So nice to hear. All right. Oh, wait, I'm just going to double check on the meat hook. There's differs. Meat hook. There we go. Ah, a cherry. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, your phone's on 50%. Need it for trip home. Got to go. Oh, yeah. No, I did open the thing from the PO box and it was cool. It was the discs. Very excited by it, in fact. So I can see you a bit later if you get home. The ice blocks and slushy machines. Ooh, that's nice. That is very nice. Thanks, Redfoot, for dropping by. I also have mail from my union. Maybe I could open that and read some union propaganda. Yeah, I kind of agree, Sarfa. Seems like a really good boss. All right, I'm going to really quickly make this short video for the drink. The meat hook. Let's get this happening. This is not really happening. So, okay, I'm going to bring this through here. Oh. Turn it down. Get the GoPro back. GoPro, baby. And bring the big camera over here. And I'll get my Nicanora glass. Okay. Stirred cocktails tonight. And there may be a little bit more hot. Funky fresh ice peppermint. Come on. Just trying to balance a few more bits of ice on here. Okay. Be like that. All right, I'm going to stop now. Lock your door. This on this. Okay, that out of the way. This out of the way. I want to get the maraschino out. Maraschino. Where am I keeping that maraschino? And dry whiskey. Now let's double check this. Dry whiskey, puntames and peated whiskey. Peated whiskey. Get out. Taliscan? Oh shit, I almost dropped that. Honestly. What the fuck is wrong with me? Dry whiskey. Okay. Right, let's why is this stopping not coming out? There we go. Take some lids off. And get ready, cause here I come now. Okay. Starting with rye whiskey. Whiskey gone awry. Okay. That's already. I've got the things already. Let's do that. What's that looking like about there? That looks right. Let's go. Okay, that's that bit. Fraggle rock. Down here. Okay, that's the first half. Now we put the ice in. Pretty good. Alrighty. Okay. You can leave it there. That sounds pretty good. Is that open? How's that? Looks pretty great. This. Fruit over. And the cherry. Okay. That's all the cloth up's done. Check it there. Gotta remember. Take a picture. Keep your picture on the wall. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Turn this around. Rotate it through. Increase the brightness. Goodness me. All right, let's be quick. Got to keep this to under a minute. Depends how many times I fluff my lines, really. Okay. It's ready. Here I come. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a meat hook, which is a riff on a red hook, which is a riff on a Manhattan. And I love this family of drinks. I'm going to give this one a taste. Oh, it fits right in with the others. It's got a neat surprise in it as well. Here's how we make it. In a mixing glass, we put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of rye whiskey, then 10 mils or 1/3 of an ounce of maraschino liqueur. Follow that with 1/2 ounce or 50 mils of Punta Mez. Then we add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. Then strain it into a chilled cocktail glass. And here's a little surprise. We float a bar spoon or so of peated whiskey on top. and then garnish it with a maraschino cherry on a skewer. That peated whiskey is a great touch on this. I really recommend you try it. The Meat Hook. Cheers. All right, I'm done. It's got sweaty in here again. I want to turn on the air conditioning again. Gosh darn it. Okay. Off, off. Off, off. You know what? Let's do this. Turn this off. Put it in. Ooh, tripping over the power cord. Put it out the way. Move this. I'll just be 1 second because I have to turn on the air conditioner. Oh, goodness gracious me. All right, just waiting for the air conditioning to kick in now. That's in there. Okay, fine, hunky-dory, we're all doing it. Yes, it's Pancake Day, it's Fat Tuesday, it's Mardi Gras, it's Shrove Tuesday. But sorry, I missed this, Hannah. Break rooms, enough to work there. TV area, couches, ping pong, little library locker rooms, toiletries. COVID, he would hold back half a pallet of toilet paper so staff could get some. That is nice. I mean, okay. These are all like just being basically decent and good to your staff, which unfortunately feels really rare. Definitely a quality employer, this guy. You know what? I'm going to just tip that in there. Thug it. Get this out of the way. Put that in there. You put a second bit of orange peel in there. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway. So, there we go. Now, chilling out. And got the aircons kicked in straight away. I think I'm not sure if I did mention this on previous streams. So, energy company sends these things like on days where they expect high energy demand, like in these fucking hot days we've had for a couple of days in Melbourne. Like, hey, we're going to do this thing between 5 and 8 where we'll reward you if you keep your energy usage below a threshold. And we did it quite comfortably yesterday, but it was between 5 and 8 because it's like people coming home from work and turning on the air conditioning and taxing the system. But the change actually came through way earlier than we expected it to. So we actually didn't even have the air conditioner on. But what it did, because yesterday we had the air conditioner on, but still stayed behind the threshold, they said. Today we didn't have it on, so I got to compare, and it highlighted when the air conditioner's on, it's 75 to 80% of the power usage. So it's like, God damn, I probably have to stop being so cavalier with the air conditioning. There was significant power outages in Victoria with this storm. I left work early and to finish. I was still working from home when I got home. Literally, it started pissing down rain just as I came in the front door. Didn't lose power. The lights flickered a couple times. I thought it was going to lose power. Yeah, I legit did not know if I'd be having a stream because obviously without power, no modem and no internet. But never actually lost power. The lights flickered a couple times, gave me a bit of a scare, but never quite went to blackout. And apparently something like 500,000 people did lose power. And yes, bad bushfires in some regional areas too. Okay, that's good. That is good. Honey, you had one flicker? Yeah, I had half a dozen. Um, yeah, I have done work stuff off my mobile. And honestly, I use so little of my mobile bandwidth, I probably could do a stream from it, but I'm not gonna. Power goes out, there ain't no stream. Okay, it's weird how much it cooled down. I thought it would take longer to cool down in here. Yeah, I don't want to turn the aircon off because I'll get sweaty again. I might turn it, make it less cool. Hannah got really lucky. Didn't have as many. Oh yeah, no. Everything was shaping up to be super bad, and Victoria particularly dodged all the worst stuff. Western Australia particularly got hot weather. Queensland got flooding and storms and hot weather and bushfires. Not as bad as we were expecting. Honestly, feels like we dodged a bullet this summer. It's not over yet, though. Some of the hottest days each summer in Melbourne are in February. And in fact, these 3 days, by far the hottest 3-day run this summer in Victoria. Again, doesn't compare to what they were getting in WA in particular, but pretty warm. And there was this ridiculous wind today. I decided, and it was not necessarily a good idea in retrospect, but I decided to go for a bit of a walk at lunchtime. And the wind actually had to lean into the wind sometimes. It was that strong. And because my hair's a little bit long, it was going everywhere. It's pretty wild. How did people live without aircon in Australia? Well, like they didn't. People would fucking die from the heat. Queensland dodged the worst bushfires because of massive rain. Yes, there was a lot of rain in Queensland. Yes. But I mean, I grew up without air conditioning, just with fans in Dubbo, which has fucked summers. So, it's just harder to fuck up, I guess. Yeah. But it is only going to get more difficult when 40 degrees becomes normal. 45 degrees is not unexpected. And the extremes are 50 degrees. And that's like temperatures humans literally can't survive in. So it's bad what we as a planet are facing. Just throwing it out there, bad. Oh, I saw there was some political kerfuffles in Tassie. They actually having an early election. Let me look up the news. This is the only state with a Liberal government. Grampians, bushfires. Parks in Sydney have asbestos. Great. Yes, because apparently there's some fertilizer used that is full of asbestos, which seems fucked. Okay, sorry, the Guardian caught me with this headline. What is Volt Typhoon, and why is it the defining threat of our generation? FBI. Oh, it's a cyber attack. The FBI says is coming from China. Recent revelations: Chinese hacking network known as Volt Typhoon been lying dormant inside US critical infrastructure for as long as 5 years has sparked considerable alarm. Network exploited security weaknesses rather than stealing secrets. People saying it's focused on pre-positioning for future acts of sabotage. Huh. The Potential cybersecurity threat. That's what. Okay, so that distracted me. I was looking for Tasmanian election news. Okay, where are we? Where are we? All right, you know what? I can't be able to look. I'm just going to search now. Next Tasmanian state election. There we go. There we go. Tasmanian Premier will ask Governor for early election. He's issued an ultimatum to 2 former Liberal backbenchers who quit his party in May, making it a minority. Wanted them to sign a stricter agreement, and they said, sod off. And they said, okay, they're going to call a general election in the hopes that he wins a majority. So the election will be like a year early. Okay. So we'll see what happens there, I guess. Hannah started reading a new book about a guy dying, makes a deal with the devil. Each item he removes, he will gain 1 more day of life. Devil suggests chocolate because he doesn't see the point in human food. Devil tries chocolate first time, idiot goes, can't get rid of that. What about phones? Oh, God. So, okay. So just say like, no more oranges. And he gets that. That's like a shit deal because it'd be so like, if I knew someone was doing that, I think I'd just like shoot him in the back of the head because it's such a shit deal. Something that would destabilize almost anything you can think of. If it's just gone, is going to destabilize the world. Because this one fucker gets 1 extra day life. No, get rid of him. I did see that Erica Betts, who is utter fucking garbage. Like, he is filth. He wants pre-selection for a seat in the Tasmanian election. He's scum. Like, he fucking sucks, that guy. I really don't like Erica Betts, in case you can't tell. He's a bad person. Just an evil, homophobic, hateful, racist fuckhead. Just, he's like a cliche of a fucked up, nasty conservative, except he's real, which is very unfortunate. Yes. Oh, I do remember that. He had a German uncle who was literally a Nazi officer. Yes. Oh, it's a whole thing. Explains a lot, really. What a scumbag. Because he is. He's a friggin' scumbag, that guy. And you got a cold call from an electorate inviting you to a barbecue. I mean, honestly, yes. I can be led with a sausage sandwich. Let's be honest. Yeah. Well, you can't help thinking that there's some thing taught between generations. You got to worry when one generation are literal Nazis. How what's the next generation going to be? And when they turn out to be a hateful bigot, it's like, what's the thing? So, okay, the air conditioning is too cool. All right, I have to adjust it because I don't want to turn it off. I'll be back, less than 60 seconds. All right. Okay. Sitting dune. Oh, let's go. Das not the bad. Okay. Didn't mind tonight's cocktails. I have to remember the Red Hook. I actually liked it more. It was like a Manhattan variation, but a little bit of peated whiskey was a really nice touch. So I will. Who am I kidding? I never remember this shit. Oh well, I should fucking keep better track of things, quite honestly. But that requires effort, and I don't know how much more effort I have. I'm gonna have to. Sorry, I was just randomly. I was thinking about the discs again. Thank you, Strictly Sega. Got a CD player in my car, so I've got this arbitrary. Go for a long drive and listen to these. Wonder if I've got any devices in the house that play CDs. I used to have a boom box, little portable stereo that played CDs. Don't know if it's still around or still functional. Certainly, if it's around, I certainly haven't played it for years, maybe 10 years. I don't know. It's amazing how quickly time flies. Thought it was time I drank something non-alcoholic. Put some Sprite in there. That was literally just the water because melted ice. But I do like very cold water. And I'm sorry, I'm going to sneeze. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Just randomly got a tickle in my nose. Some fuzz in my schnoz. Oh god, it's really annoying me. Oh, this is so annoying. It's just on the edge of a sneeze. Oh god, that's so fucking annoying. Honestly. I'm gonna put a bit of cherry syrup in, just a teeny bit, in my Sprite. Because it's so thick, it sinks straight to the bottom. I'm going to try and stir it to mix it in. Is that even going to work? Come on, you can do it. Stir in. What are we doing? Oh, it really is just kind of sitting on the bottom there. Come on. Come on, science has got to help me. You've got to form a little whirlpool that slurps up the... Yeah, it's working. It's working. Science. Science came to my rescue yet again. Yum, that was a good idea. That's really nice. I'm going to save this because I had the idea for doing some themed videos. What to do when you've got leftover cherry syrup. Make cocktails with cherry syrup. And I collected some recipes. So I had an idea of making like 3 recipes for that. But that means getting kind of hammered. So I'm going to save that for Thursday or Friday night. 3 cherry cocktails. See what 20 okay, I love this. 20 woke movies that received the worst reviews. What were they? Ghostbusters. Okay, they're all wrong. The all-female Ghostbusters fucking kicked ass. Wrinkle in Time. That did fail pretty badly, which was surprising because it was a very successful book. Tomb Raider. Saying Tomb Raider? Oh, because the Lara Croft didn't have huge tits. Is that it? Charlie's Angels 2019. I didn't see that one. What Men... Oh, yeah. What Men Want. Inspired by the old Mel Gibson film What Women Want. I didn't see that. Bros. I saw that. That was good. Billy Eichner and Luke McFarlane. That was actually good. Terminator Dark Fate, I didn't see. Wonder Woman 1984, not great. I liked the first Wonder Woman film, not that. The Hustle, which was a remake of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, female driven, didn't see that. Like a Boss, I didn't see that. So I didn't see any of these. Kindness of Strangers. I didn't see any of these. Oh, the Disney live action Mulan. Okay, I didn't see that. Birds of Prey, I did see. That was the Harley Quinn sequel. And the first mistake is the stupid name they gave it. They should have just called it Harley Quinn. That's your marketing done. But it also wasn't great. Music. Oh, God, that Sears thing where characters, autistic and autistic people, actually hate the representation. Dear Evan Hansen. I've heard of it, but I didn't watch any of these. Men in Black International. I did watch that, and it was not great. Lightyear, the Buzz Lightyear thing. No, I didn't see that. Strange World, which was a Disney one, which everyone who's not a fuckwit blames on their bad marketing. Amsterdam. Oh, I heard. I started watching this. Yeah, and I didn't really get into it. Don't Worry, Darling. Okay, this is Florence Pugh and Harry Styles. It's very interesting. They're dissing those films, and I basically haven't seen them. Mary Meteor. You liked old Ghostbusters and the last one? Well, then you'll probably like the one that's coming out this year. Because that's a sequel to the last one. So it'll be interesting to see how that's received. This is a hill I'll die on. The all-female Ghostbusters was fucking awesome. Of all of those, I only saw a tiny fraction of them. And the only one I'll stand up and go, nah, that was good, was the female Ghostbusters one. But, and again, these are movies. Entertainment. Entertainment and art is a subjective experience. And, there's no rhyme or reason to things that people like or don't like. And it's tempting, and I am guilty of doing this. It's as tempting as it is to say, well, someone's just wrong for liking or not liking a particular thing. It's not a very helpful attitude to have, because you need to acknowledge that the experience of art and entertainment is completely subjective. You can argue technical points, but sometimes things that fail to meet established technical standards are still really moving and involving pieces of art or pieces of entertainment. Yeah, no, I get it. If you felt that the female Ghostbusters fell a bit flat. Yeah, but also the surviving Ghostbusters were all in the female one, but they were playing different characters. Whereas, this other one is kind of blatant and gratuitous fan service, and that's fine. But and it honestly, it works better than a lot of fan service does. So, I mean, I don't hate it. It was not sort of high on my list of awesome movies, but I definitely don't hate it. What's this? Oh, God, that's the thing from the Zimbabwean note. It's like, there's a piece of paper there. What's that about? The note that came with the fake Zimbabwean banknote. Yeah, I wish I'd go the person who invented it and they made up the term Yotta because they heard Yotta was a big number. It goes, yeah, but it's a measurement. It's not a monetary amount. It should have been decillions or something. Because it just bugs me that they use the wrong terminology. Ugh. Feel like getting my my union mail out. See if I can be really pro-union and see what was on there. In fact, I'm going to. I just have to go and grab it, and that'll only take me a very brief jump out. Yes, my union mail out. All right. So I got my union mail out, and I turned off the air conditioner because I thought it was too cold and it was just using up energy. All right. See what the union's telling me. The union forever defending. All right. All right. We got a little brochure about bargaining. Some more brochures. Ooh, there you go. Public perspective. Oh, there you go. Union propaganda. Let's see what my union propaganda is. Big fan of union propaganda. They're bargaining. This is the thing. I could get some real lurks and perks. So who's covered? Energy, education, families, government, health, jobs, justice. Oh, VPS. Look at that. Get on board with CPSU. Okay, so what are we bargaining for? Pay increase. That's okay. Deal with cost of living, 7%, then 5%, then 4%, then 4%. Better work-life balance. Flexible work options, working from home, alternative working arrangements, including 4-day working week trial, additional annual leave, payment for all hours worked, as in overtime if you do extra hours, no free labor, and enforced workloads clause, secure employment, update agreements for fixed term and casual, conversion to ongoing employment, safer working, gender equity, adjust pay gaps, improve rate of pay for shift workers taking parental leave, super for unpaid parent leave, update gender transition leave, reduce disputes. What are the state of Victoria's proposal for change? State of Victoria is not seeking any substantive changes to existing provisions. Okay. Well, there you go. We want management to stop being dicks. My management's not dicks, actually, which is nice. Little brochure. The Union Shopper Guide. Register with Union Shopper to see how we can help you save. What can we get? Electrical, cars, experiences, health cover, car rental, Bank of Queensland. Okay, that honestly doesn't seem that interesting to me. Get the answers to all your retirement questions. Oh, yeah. Government super. I'm old. I need to look into that. Need legal help. Morris Blackburn Lawyers supports the community and public sector union. Good-o. State proposal. Be slightly less of a dick in appearance. Yes. And your union weirdly includes health coverage. Some unions fucking suck. Mine's okay. Look, I got a whole magazine to read, which I'm probably not going to read. Largo, Victorian Auditor General's Office. Slap the government on contractor spend. Closing loopholes. Somehow it's anti-Santa Claus. Major Christmas present with the Albanese government securing the support of the Greens. Lydia Thorpe, David Pocock, and Jackie Lambie passed first closing loopholes bill. It's trying to get the fucking gig economy shut down, which is fucking bullshit. I'm not affected by it, but it's evil. Oh, okay, Justin. Well, I guess it makes sense, state to state. My CPSU is different to your CPSU. And SAFA. No, what's the transport union? Sounds like you're saying it's a different union. Look at the illustration, the old comic book style illustration. Vargo slap the government. Contractor spend. CPSU's been complaining for decades. Public service spending on contractors and consultants is too much. Speaking as someone who was employed for quite a few years as a contractor, they do seem a bit ready to do it. I actually switched to being permanent. Year in review, okay. I'm just flipping through the year in review and I'm not reading anything. July, August, September, October. Oh, so it's just pages dedicated to the year in review. Oh, yeah. Which countries have embraced the concept of a 4-day work week? Germany's become the latest testing ground for a 4-day week. Government's not going to go for it, but the union's pushing for it. 90% of the working population in Iceland have reduced hours or other accommodations. Making the multinationals pay their fair share. Tax avoidance by multinationals reduces funding available. Yeah, fuck them. Tax the fuck out. Is privatized prison concept done? Privatized prisons are evil as fuck. It must be stopped. Okay. Well, I'm look, honestly, I'm probably not going to read my union magazine. I've got to be honest. Wait, there's another thing here. What's this? The work cover bill. More demolition than modernization. Oh, they're saying the government wants to fuck over work cover. Oh, yeah, they're really down on the definition of injury. Current definition, injury means physical or mental injury without limiting the generality of the definition includes industrial deafness, disease contracted by a worker in the course of employment, and recurrence, aggravation, acceleration, exacerbation, or deterioration of any pre-existing injury or disease. The proposed definition separates mental injury from general injury. According to the new definition, a mental injury causes significant behavioral, cognitive, or psychological dysfunction, is diagnosed by a medical practitioner in accordance with the latest version of the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. New definition is harsher for several reasons, calling significant dysfunction and the use of the DSM. That does actually seem like the government trying to get out of cover things that used to be covered. Work cover fucked your life because shit case manager. Oh, yeah. Look, there are so many nightmare stories about bad people working, not just work cover, it's like, in employment programs and whatnot. And you're right, they power trip. They absolutely power trip. And yes, and that is a real thing. And that's one thing the CPSU is fighting. Mental health injury can be a knock-on effect from a physical injury. And they're arguing what the government's proposing to narrow the definition is all kinds of fucked. So what about the COVID commander getting public housing commander? I don't know what that is. Tribunal literally cited mental health caused by the equivalent of 2 years of psychological. Yeah, no, it's when people fuck you over with work cover, it's very bad. Yes, Justin, 1000%. Well, actually, no, I thought you said it should be banned. As it exists now, it should be illegal. People should be able to sign on to work for hire things, but the way these various companies work, they're criminal enterprises. Hello, Dr. Abigail. Had a tetanus shot awaiting a train. 24 minutes for the next train. At least it's cooled down. I went home when it was at the peak of the heat, and just sitting on a platform for 10 minutes, I was like, this is fucked. This is so fucked. And the train I took through the city to get to Flinders Street was not air conditioned. So 10 minutes on an air conditioned tram, then 10 minutes on a platform. I was just like, this is fucked. This sucks. And then there was weird fuckery with the train because I think there'd been a lightning strike in some of the signaling systems. So it basically took me half an hour, 45 minutes longer to get home than I expected. But I got here and I literally got in just ahead of the rain. Like there were spots of rain falling as I sort of came out of the station, drove home, got in, closed the gates, spots of rain falling on me, went inside, and then it just fucking came down. Suffolk, Jacinta Allen defended the appointment of veteran bureaucrat to oversee the government's ambitious housing policy. Oh, God. And that's another thing, governments and their housing policies. Gig workers should be employees of the companies. This whole thing of saying they're not employees is bullshit, evil fuckery. They could just work the shifts they choose to work, but they should be employees of these companies. These companies are like Satan's more evil offspring. So you're very drowsy, infection-induced, strange. Oh God, yeah, that is gonna suck. So I'm just sending positive and protective vibes to you, Dr. Abigail. Because yeah, that's just a shitty situation. I love this bottle. This is a Lark whiskey bottle. I put something else in. See, it's like really narrow and flat. It's very silly. But that's like their trademark, these silly bottles. A bit more. A little bit more. Oh, yeah. Maybe you get superpowers. Oh, well, there's a glass half full thing, Dr. Abigail. Nurse gave you a lollipop. That's nice. Yeah, it's cooled right down here too. What is it now? 20. It's down to 20, which is the maximum it's supposed to be tomorrow. It's meant to cool down more tonight. The temperature now is meant to be the maximum. Then what are they saying? 23, 25, 26. So just mid-20s, which is like my favorite weather. 23 to 25 is my favorite weather. Ew, cockroach. Oh, God. I remember being on a bus once. There was almost no one on it. There were more cockroaches on the bus than there were people, which was the whole thing. Always montage of someone become a superhero being... Yes. See? This is what we're hoping for you, Dr. Abigail, that the bite and the injection combine to give you superpowers. It could happen. You had an uncomfortable night. It was okay. It actually cooled down overnight last night here. So it wasn't too bad. And it's cooling down quite a bit tonight. After the life you've lived, the universe owes you superpowers. Yep. Beyond the gay and autistic superpowers you already have. That's fair. That actually seems like a legitimate claim against the universe. And I would advocate for you that you do indeed deserve the superpowers to come out of this. Because the universe is bullshit. Still 30 in your apartment. Yeah, I can. Yeah, a big concrete building. Take a while to release that heat. Well, I hope the portable air conditioner helps. It's kind of like the previous house I lived in. The only air conditioning in the whole thing was this one little wall unit in one window, and it was shit. But it was a double brick house, so it was pretty good insulation. But for the first 2 days, if there was a heat wave, for the first 2 days, the heat wouldn't penetrate the house. But the third day, if it lasted beyond 3 days, the bricks would have absorbed all the heat and release it at night. So even when the temperature went down at night, it felt hot in the house because the bricks were radiating all this heat they'd been absorbing for 3 days. And Melbourne gets 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-day heat waves. We haven't had that for a few years, but there were times when this house was super fucked. After 16 minutes till your train, goddamn. Yes. The school principal, his name was Dr. Roach, and she was evil. Damn. Okay. Oh, yeah. Maybe Dr. Abigail's going to be a super villain. I mean, villain and hero is just a question of perspective, really. But yes, we could actually suggest options for what you want to achieve as a supervillain. It's pretty good. The anti-hero. Okay, I'm going to go back to and although he's turned out to be a horrible piece of garbage, a thing from the writer's strike from 10 or 15 years ago that Joss Whedon did with his actor pals, Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. Nathan Fillion and Neil Patrick Harris and oh god, I'm forgetting the other names of people. But anyway, it was good and it was really entertaining. But for mine, it was also one of the best villain arcs because of like Dr. Horrible was a bit of an idiot nerd who was just upset with the sort of tools who had power. And so he thought he should be a supervillain, and his heart wasn't really in it. And he got pushed in a certain direction by circumstances. And it was one of the best villain arcs I've ever seen. Okay, I'm intrigued what you mean by that. Because I can think of, so I don't know what you mean. I could think of potential things. What about the ending was problematic? Oh, okay. I kind of suspected that was where she was principal, Justin. Yes. So yeah, Dr. Abigail's an anti-hero. Beard, don't give a shit. Fuck off, you dickhead. Chaos, not pure evil. Oh, okay. So I get what you're saying. I don't completely agree with it because I feel like where that would normally be used would be for an actual hero character, what sets them on the road for revenge. Because the woman was killed by the hero being a fucking obnoxious, horrible piece of shit. And he wasn't really empowered. Everyone thought he was super evil and cool and everything because, you know, the narrative was that he killed Captain Hammer's girlfriend, whereas it was actually Captain Hammer who did it. And he was actually traumatized by it. That I love the literal ending. So like he's singing his theme song, and it's like he's rising in power, and he's become a really powerful villain. And I think the last lyrics was it's building, and he's going, and I won't feel, and all the music cuts out, and it's just him sitting in a chair, and he just says anything. So I think that's a perspective one, and it's definitely a cliche, as you're pointing out. But I think it's more a cliche for heroes than it is for villains. And as I said, also my interpretation is he wasn't actually empowered by it; he was traumatized by it. There was an appearance of empowerment from it, but he was actually traumatized. And um, the whole thing was, yeah, the good guy who was a piece of shit uh, and just extremely callous uh, drove him, you know, into the evil league of evil. Yeah, but I think what it is, we're saying empower is the wrong word. It empowered him in other people's eyes. It made other people think he was a super scary a bad guy because it's the evil League of Evil said he had to murder someone to join, and he didn't want to because he doesn't see murder as elegant or sophisticated. And he did not murder her. He wanted to save her. Uh, it was the good guy who killed her, but in other people's eyes, he was responsible for it, and so it, in other people's eyes, elevated him to supervillain status. Whereas for him, it actually was an extremely traumatizing event. Heidi, it's very common for story arcs to use women as an adornment, which is what I think you're saying there. Um, hmm. But yeah, I know I like Doctor Horrible because he's just a sort of loser nerd for most of it, and because Captain Hammer, corporate tool, he's angry at, and it turns out to because Captain Hammer is horrible, and is a power mad creep. But because he's working for the state, the authorities, the man, he's regarded as a hero, uh, even though he just doesn't give a shit about anyone. Oh yeah, well, but we certainly learned Joss Whedon's not very feminist, and again, she was an adornment. Um, she was a pretty good character. Person who plays her is good, but she was an adornment. She was a prize to be won by either Captain Hammer or Doctor Horrible. Thank you, Felicia Day. My fucking brain stopped working. Felicia Day did so much good stuff. Um, but yeah, that character was largely like a prize to be won by either Captain Hammer or Doctor Horrible. And as I said, we did learn out that Joss Whedon's not really a feminist. He's actually kind of horrible. But I still enjoyed it. And as I said, the reason I think is it's one of the best villain story arcs I've ever seen. It's believable's the wrong word because the whole thing's really fantastical and silly, but satisfying to me, and because it was unexpected for me. I think it was not like other villain arc stuff. It it encouraged genuine empathy for the villain and no empathy for the hero, which was very interesting to me. I also like the songs. I thought the songs were good. You were disbanded in the guild? Oh, okay. I only watched some of the Guild, and I don't even really remember. I know there were lots of episodes of it. Yeah, but people use tropes, sometimes in a malicious way, sometimes in an ignorant way. Uh, but when the effect is negative, a lack of understanding is not really a good excuse either. Um, but Jesus, that's going back. How long ago was the Guild? 15 years ago? 10 or 15 years ago? Now I want to look it up. The Guild. American comedies. Why did it? It was there. There we go. 2007. So holy crap, they did that like long time ago, 17 years ago. That's pretty wild. There were 6 seasons of it, 70 episodes. Each episode's 3 to 12 minutes. So from 2000, okay, it was a long time ago. Okay, 2007 to 2013. So yeah, it launched like 17 years ago. I thought it launched a really long time ago. They had seen a sex workers and about them being a sex worker, had to make it. Oh, okay. See, here's the thing. And this is the thing that occurs to me with marginalized groups, because you often get this thing. It's a fraught thing with acting, because acting, by definition, people are pretending to be something they're not. And regularly and rightly, people from marginalized groups get angry when a character that represents their marginalized group is played by an actor who is not from that marginalized group, whether that's racial, gender, sexuality, neurodivergence, etc. And I think it's not a black and white, cut and dried decision. But my personal view is, when you are creating something where a character is from a marginalized group, I think it's actually more important to have representatives of that marginalized group in the writing and development and production side than in the acting side, because actors be things they're not. I think the actual people from marginalized groups deserve more opportunities in the acting side as well. But my hot take, possibly controversial, is I think having representatives from the marginalized group in the writing and production side is actually more important than the acting side, because then they can actually give the actors and director and whatnot proper grounding and proper context for things. And yes, I think we should have marginalized people on both sides, and marginalized people deserve better opportunities on the acting side. But so to say I think one is more important doesn't mean I think the other one is unimportant, because I think it is important. But I think it's very fraught when you're talking about acting, because the core tenet of acting is a person pretending to be something they're not. And it's got to be just incredibly frustrating when you over and over and over and over see people supposedly playing someone that represents your marginalized group, and they're not from your group, and people who are actually in your people don't get the jobs. That fucking sucks. It's bullshit. But in terms of the overall quality of what comes out and what happens, I do actually strongly believe underrepresentation of marginalized groups in the writing and production side has frequently caused more damage than underrepresentation on the acting side. I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't know if that's a controversial take. But speaking as a cishet white man, I think cishet white men have had it too easy for a while. But yeah, it's a difficult thing. Like if you were like Dr. O'Gale, you putting in a thing, a sex worker and then a trans sex worker, if you were cast in a role and you were actually a sex worker and you were a trans sex worker, but nobody on the production side had any experience in that area, any lived experience in that area, you would not be in a particularly strong position as an actor to fix shit that's in the script. You may or may not be able to influence it, but you're overall not in a strong thing. Whereas potentially having someone from that group in the writing and production and development stage stands a better chance of structuring it to get a good outcome and good representation, no matter who the actors are. But there's going to be exceptions to this in both directions, and there's no absolutes in this wild and crazy world of ours. It's just what happens kind of thing. That's my deep and meaningful comment for the day. Oh yeah, no. And see, that's the thing. That's what I mean. That's not the actor though. That's what you're highlighting there. That's the writing and production side. So even having an actor in the role who potentially was or had been a sex worker or was trans, they're kind of stuck because the people on the writing and production side are really ignorant. And yes, of course, trans sex workers exist. Oh, and I actually do agree that there is a harmful element with trans characters where the actor is not trans, because a central piece of the bigotry against trans people is bigots saying they're just pretending, they're just acting. And so if there's a piece of entertainment where an actor who's not trans is playing the role, there is the very real danger that reinforces the bigoted stereotype that trans people are just pretending. Oh no, and see, you're highlighting something that I'm not even aware of because I didn't watch all of the Guild, and I don't know, and I never saw that particular bit. Your reaction seems completely legit. But I think I only watched, like when I just looked it up, there were 7 seasons of the Guild. I think I only watched the first season and a half. And that was way over 10 years ago. So, it's a whole thing. But I actually think what you're highlighting as a problem, Dr. Abigail, actually backs my thesis that having the people from the marginalized groups in the writing, production, and development side can actually be more important than having the representation on the acting side. But again, one doesn't preclude the other. It's kind of like trying to think of an analogy, but it's often like when people argue in bad faith, they pretend only one thing can be true, but life and experience is complex and complicated and multiple independent things are true at the same time. And so I'm not at all sure. Yeah, I actually think you are angrily agreeing with me. You're angry about something that I don't actually have experience of, the later episodes of this. But I'm acknowledging that. But I feel like the thing you are angry about actually backs my thesis about you should not write this sort of character without having the direct involvement of people who have lived experience there. Otherwise, even the best, and what you're relating is not good intentions, was actually reinforcing negative stereotypes and tropes. But even with the best of intentions, there are so many examples of like bleeding heart, small L liberal Hollywood elites doing stuff. And it's like, this is fucking shit. And I think the reason this is fucking shit is when you were coming up with this story and this script and this character, you did not consult anyone who has that lived experience. You just thought, this is what feels real to me. And you're wrong. 4 minutes to your train. You're getting there. Oh god, I turned off the aircon. Now it's hot and sweaty in here. God damn it. It's just, I think humidity is the problem at the moment. What's the temperature? Maybe just have a fan on in the bedroom when I sleep and it'll be fine. Okay, I think the temperature's gone up. I think it was 20 when I looked before, and it's 21 now. Fuck is that about? It's meant to slowly get a bit cooler than this. And be at its coolest just when I get up in the morning, like 7 a.m. Guess I don't have to go into the office, work from home for the rest of the week. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Funny. Yeah. Shit that was done for laughs. Oh, God. What the fuck is that? No, I don't want to keep that. The way the Apple thing works, sometimes when I want to shut things down, it takes a screenshot. Oh, summer saver events now over. Ooh, I want to see how much money I got. This is silly. I got a thing where I want, I'm going to save some money or get money off my power bill through no effort on my own. Oh god, I saw another thing because it was like the 50th anniversary of Blazing Saddles, and the number of lazy writing. And Mel Brooks had actually said this, which was very disappointing. Blazing Saddles would never get made today, and I'm like, get fucked. Horrible, racist, sexist, misogynist, homophobic, transphobic, bigoted shit gets made all the time now. And Blazing Saddles was actually anti-racist. It got right up in people's faces and challenged them on certain things, but it's anti-racist. Whereas shit gets made all the time now that's grossly racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, just horrible, bigoted shit gets made. Every time someone says, whoa, this will never get made, I just want to put their face into a fucking shredder, honestly. Yes, conserve power for the trip home. Do that, Dr. Abigail. It's like a quiet night. Everyone's gone to bed. Maybe I'll go to bed too. You know what I'm going to do just before I go to bed? I'm going to play this weird little cricket game that Windows put up on me. All right. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go to bed. Now I just feel sweaty. It's just a gross day. Now, where is this thing? This thing. Okay. Where is this? I'm going to put myself down there. I'm going to play this. Okay. Let's play this. I've never made 100 on this. I've got to see if I can make 100. Okay, starting with a 6. That's plus. Safa, what did I have for dinner? A thing I made. I cooked up some garlic, mushroom, and onion. And then I mixed it with some tortellini and creamy sauce and put it in a baking dish and baked it. Like some cheese on top and some smoked paprika. And it was super fucking yummy. Ooh, a 6. So if you had seafood Subway, I mean, honestly, that sounds pretty good. Oh, fuck, I fucked that. No, we don't want to do that again. Play again.
With everyday travel insurance from Woolworths, you could take off with a share of 60 million everyday rewards points with 120 chances to win.
Fuck off. Jesus. Oh my God. That was really traumatizing. What was that? Fucking ad. I am a chef, Safa. I made it. It's fucking good. Okay, skip ad. Yeah, I got it. That was a really bad effort, actually. That was possibly because I've had a few drinks. But I want to reach 100 because I've never reached 100. Another thing that's funny about this is you can't get run out. Ooh, we just ran a single. That doesn't happen often. See, they run two. You can't get run out. It's weird. Ooh, cover drive. There you go. Off drive. Ooh, big 6. There we go. That's what we want. Oh, that's just a single. So we're back onto an even number. Oh, we're in 2 there. There you go. Ooh, yeah, 6. That we want 30. Still a long way from 100. I want to get 100. So I think it's funny that you can't get run out. Oh, what the fuck? Gonna do another ad or not? What's it gonna do? It's not gonna do another ad. Okay, this is my last chance. There you go. Opening with a 6. That's more like it. Yep. Ground thing. Run 2. Okay. Oh, that's just a single. Okay. Slog. There's a 6. Okay. Another slog. Straight down the ground for another 6. Break the scoreboard. Oh, and another one. Okay, we're on a fucking roll now. Oops. That's just no running 2. Okay. Ooh, it's another big 6. Okay. Is this going to be the one where I make 100? Fuck, that was faster. But I got a 6 off it. The one that always gets me is when it's slower, actually. Okay, single. So now we're back on even. For some reason, I like even scores better than odd. Okay, 48. Fuck, running 2. Okay, 50. Halfway to what I want to get. Fuck, that sort of come in suddenly. Almost got me. There you go. Straight over his head. Fuck that guy. Oof, that was a bit fast too. Running 3. No, we're an odd number again. Oof. There's a fast one. There we go. Another big 6. 69. Nice. Okay. Oh, maybe we're going to do it. Go on. Let's go. Fuck, that was a fast one again. Ooh, but we got a ground drive and it's a 4. Ooh, maybe we're going to make it. Oh, look at that 6. There we go. I'm starting to feel like I'm going to get there. Oh, fuck me. As soon as that came out, I was like, no, okay, fuck. You know what? I'm hot and sweaty, and I feel like everyone's going to bed. I'm going to go to bed. Look, got a cherry. Going to eat a cherry. I've forgotten to do the ceremonial eating cherry sometimes recently. Anyway, I'm going to do it now. They're fucking yummy, honestly. All right, it's all gross and sweaty and humid here. I need to go and lie down. So I'm making it a short one tonight. Excellent question. What am I watching tomorrow? We got the last episode of a show we've been watching called Fool Me Once. which is like a British crime mystery thing. But that's only going to be an hour, so we're probably going to have to think of something else to watch. And I'm not sure what that's going to be. Report. So I'll throw out, just by the way, Fool Me Once is not bad. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. Oh, you like Hard Quiz? Yeah, you can get ABC On Demand. You can watch hundreds of episodes of Hard Quiz. It's pretty funny. I do like Hard Quiz. I have to think about what to watch tomorrow, honestly. But I'm going to have a slightly early night and go to bed now. So